The Institute for Priestly Formation, located in Omaha, Nebraska, in partnership with Spirit Catholic Radio, is pleased to present the Lenten Reflection Series, The Journey to Jerusalem. Join Father Mark Toups as he helps us walk with Jesus on his journey to Jerusalem.
Thursday, after Ash Wednesday.
So why are we on the journey? Why did Jesus come? Why the incarnation? Why Lent? Why are we walking on the journey to Jerusalem together? To understand Jesus, to understand this journey, we have to understand that your life, as you know it now, is not as good as it gets. We live in a world obsessed with diversion. We long for weekends. We anticipate vacations. We relish fantasy. However, is that the way it's supposed to be? Is life as you know it now as good as it gets? In his Theology of the Body Explained, Christopher West writes, without reference to God's original plan and its hope for restoration in Christ, people tend to accept discord as just the way it is. Does this sound familiar? Do you think that your life now is as good as it gets? Are you hungry for more in life? What is it? What is it that you're hungry for? Christopher West continues, when we normalize our fallen state, it is akin to thinking it normal to drive with flat tires. We intuit that something is amiss, but when everyone drives around in the same state, we lack a reference point for anything different. Now think about it. If we all tend to think that this life is as good as it gets, then perhaps we're missing something and we don't even know it. My friends, your heart, your life is the tire. Perfect communion with God is the air for the tires. God's love is the air for your tires. And in the beginning, when God created all of the world, in the beginning when God created all of humanity, in the beginning, we all had air in our tires. In God's original plan, we were all fully, quote-unquote, inflated with God's perfect love. As Jesus begins the journey to Jerusalem, he went into the region of Judea. And in Mark chapter 10, verse 1, it says that all of the crowds were gathered around him. Amidst the crowds are the Pharisees who questioned Jesus about marriage and divorce. Jesus' quick response is intentional as he says, in the beginning, it was not so. The Pharisees have been seduced by mediocrity. Their question about divorce stems from their experience of the discord within marriage. Their marriages are flat. Their lives are quote-unquote flat. And they think that driving around with flat tires is normal. Jesus' response is, in a sense, saying, your tires aren't supposed to be flat. God originally intended you to drive with air in your tires. Your life is supposed to be full of joy, peace, and love. My friends, your life is supposed to be full of peace, joy, and love. You were created to drive with quote-unquote inflated tires. Yet sometimes when we get distracted from the truth, we believe that this life as you know it now is as good as it gets. As we begin the journey to Jerusalem, I would encourage you to ask yourself, how are your quote-unquote tires? How's your life? Are your tires inflated? What are you hungry for? And what do you really want from God this Lent? For your prayer today, I would encourage you to pray with Mark chapter 10, verse 46 to 52. I would encourage you to be in the scene. I would encourage you to be Bartimaeus. And Jesus looks at you and he asks, what do you want me to do for you? And how do you respond? What do you really want? As you pray with the scriptures today, I would encourage you to pray this prayer with me. Jesus, I ask for the grace today to hear your voice and to see your face. Elicit within me great desires so that I may want only what you want. God bless you.
To listen to today's reflection again, or to order a copy of the Journey to Jerusalem booklet with the daily readings, the website is www.priestlyformation.org. Join Father Mark Toups during this Lenten season as he helps us walk with Jesus on his journey to Jerusalem.